Hey everyone, so those of you that watched the Tevent fight that I uploaded yesterday will know that we gathered quite a few weapons from Tevent, and today myself and Cami were lucky enough to be given the Tevent ones to finish off our builds. So this video is just going to cover off how I managed to max out an Archboss weapon for only 118 lucent. That's all I spent on this, and it was all done through preparing in advance to make sure that I had everything ready. So this is something that you can do. Granted, the hardest part is going to be getting the weapon, but once you have that, you want to be in a position to max it out as soon as possible. So one of the main things that I've been doing is adding all of the random drops that I've been getting to my lithograph book, but also from my daily contracts. I've been holding on to the contract coins until I get to 1500 and picking up things like the heroic weapons so that I could turn them in for trait unlock stones as well. I started doing this very early on once I no longer needed items from the bags. There's no point in spending that 200 contract coins on an RNG bag if you don't need anything from it, and the prices have dropped quite a lot in terms of what you can actually get lucent wise for them. In addition to this, I also made a point of holding on to all of my dungeon tokens, so I didn't have to pity any of my weapons. I know a lot of people did. If you did, then fair enough, you might be a little bit behind, but you're also probably not getting Tevent as quick as I have. But to get trait unlock stones, all you're going to need is one of each dungeon token. With random dungeons in the game at the moment as well, getting hold of these is huge, and it's going to be the best way to spend your dungeon tokens now moving forwards, is to get those trait unlock stones. In addition to this, I did also have a second wand. So once I maxed out my first wand and dagger, I started to throw materials into a second one that I'd dropped, and I unlocked a bunch of random traits on it. Used some lucent originally from that, but also it was mostly done through duplicate drops from running a ton of cave. I then just proceeded to build blessing stacks. I managed to get the blessing stacks up to 4,000, which is roughly what you need. I think it's 4,050 is what you need. And then instead of transferring my main weapon that I have been using into the Tevent, I transferred across the blessing stacked weapon. And this is something that I'm doing for all slots of my gear, and this is one of the main things that you want to be doing to prepare for tier 2 as well. So you're going to have plenty of time to do that. We don't have any update in terms of a roadmap. All you need to do is be aware that blessing stacking on items that aren't your main items that are fully traded is going to be a big way of getting prepared for tier 2. So when I transferred it across, I managed to transfer all of those 4,000 blessings. Obviously I had plus 9 the weapon, and it's 4,160 blessing in total, so it was a little bit overkill because I managed to succeed on one of the last traits rather than get the blessing stack on that. After I'd done that, it was a really straightforward thing. All I needed to do was make sure that I had conversion stones to re-roll the trait. I had mana regen on the Tevent wand. I got really lucky on the first re-roll and picked up heavy attack. And then from there, like I said, I had the 400 trait unlock stones ready to go, and that's what allowed me to then pick up the hit trait and the cooldown speed trait. These are the best traits for the weapon. Did and ah about crit rate, but it's just really not worth it compared to being able to pick up the extra cooldown speed from a slot that you're going to have with you pretty much through the entirety of the game moving forwards. From there, using the blessing stacks made getting the actual traits maxed really easy. Like I said, it cost me a total of 118 lucent because of how prices are at the moment on the marketplace. I just straight up bought the blues and used the blessings to max out the weapon. This just really shows that while people throwing out allegations about being whales and spending all the money on the game and things like that, there are ways that you can do things incredibly cheap. Now, I'm not going to deny that I was very lucky that I'm in a guild that not only dropped multiple wands but also values me enough to give me the wand. That's going to be the hardest thing for a lot of people to manage before they're able to get these Archboss weapons. But you don't need to throw a lot of money in this game to get the best out of your gear. You just need to understand the game, understand the systems, and have a little bit of thought about not wasting resources and not throwing things away. Anyway, if you've got any questions, throw it in the comment section. I will get back to people. I have been trying to stay on top of all the comments from the videos. It's been great to see so many people involved and so many players switching over to one dagger. I'm constantly getting messages every day about that. I'll do another video shortly that'll explain why the wand is such a big deal for us. It doesn't look like it is as significant as it is, but once I go over a couple of benefits and show you this in practice, you'll realize why the Tevent wand is the one that we are now going to use all the way through tier 2 as well, and why nothing else is going to compare to this wand for the longest time, unless obviously NC decide that they're going to release a wand that synergizes really well with our toolkit like Tevent does. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.